this game. They'd love to get back there this season, but so, of course, would Shrewsbury Town, who are third in the table, actually, having just slipped behind Wigan after Wigan's late win at Bradford City on Tuesday night. Game is underway then. Beckles sends the ball forward here down the left-hand side. Morris for Scunthorpe sends it back to the edge of his 18-yard box to Burgess, who knocks it forward. Easy header, well won by Hendry, who's in today with James Bolton still out injured. Hendry, who's done very well since coming in on a permanent basis from Burnley in January, had a good game against Walsall a week ago, and he heads out one into touch for a Scunthorpe throw, which will be taken here by Murray Wallace down this left-hand side for Scunthorpe. Wallace heads it forward again, well won in the air by Enciala. Worley clips it forward now to Carlton Morris. Infringement goes against him, says referee Michael Salisbury, so that will be a free kick to Scunthorpe United, just 10 yards or so inside their own half. It will be taken long here by Burgess, number 21 on the back of his shirt. Catches the wind as it makes its way across the pitch to Bishop, who's shoved in the back by Rodman. Down goes Bishop, who we associate with being a midfield player, but he's playing right back again for Scunthorpe today. And Scunthorpe knock it forward, it's controlled, and Town will have a throw in the right back position to be taken here by Luke Hendry. So early stages at this on this blustery day in Scunthorpe. The Iron 0, Shrewsbury Town 0, and Godfrey wins a header, knocks it into touch. The ball ends up in the visiting dugout, and this will be a throw to Scunthorpe to be taken by Wallace down this left-hand side. Wallace exchanges passes with Morris. Ball works forward. Town look for Carlton Morris now. As the wind reverberates around the press box. Town knock it out to the left-hand side to Beckles, who puts his foot on the ball. Lovely ability from Beckles, and he works it forward now to Agogo. Town attack. Agogo into Morris, now to Rodman. Looks for the return ball to Agogo. Ball gets away from him, and Scunthorpe clear. And now we can hear the applause, warm applause from all four sides of Glanford Park, which is a lovely gesture from the Scunthorpe and the Shrewsbury Town supporters here for Joe Riley, the popular Town defender, and his partner Kayleigh, whose baby was tragically stillborn. And that's a lovely tribute from both sets of supporters. Scunthorpe have the ball with Holmes, lifts it into the box. Ball knocked into the area again. It's an easy take for Dean Henderson, the Shrewsbury Town goalkeeper, this time, as he backpedals and makes an easy catch. But still the applause continues for Joe Riley, his partner Kayleigh, and their son Leo Joseph, tragically stillborn. And the ball is out of play for a Scunthorpe goal kick here.
Lovely to see the manager Paul Hurst as well applauding with gusto, getting involved in that tribute. Spoke very well before the game about how the club had pulled together, and the supporters getting involved in that, and a lovely touch there. A few choruses, if there's only one, Joe Riley as well added in there, and again, hopefully that can provide some level of solace at this tragic time for Joe and his family.
Here's Ojo for Scunthorpe on halfway. Ball gets away from him. Worley forward to Nolan. Nolan with the reverse ball to Worley. It's blocked off. Into touch it goes, and it will be a throw to Shrewsbury Town in front of the home dugout, to be taken here by Hendry. Spent the first half of this season on loan at Bradford City from Burnley. Takes a throw towards Morris, who heads it on, and this time it will go all the way through to Gilks, the Scunthorpe goalkeeper, who's a well-built custodian, had a good career, played in the top division for Blackpool, that memorable season the Tangerines had in the top flight under Ian Holloway, and he kicks it downfield. Ball played out now by Hopper to the near side. Flag is up for offside on the far side against Morris, and Town will have a free kick on the edge of their 18-yard box. If you're just joining us on BBC Shropshire, Town unchanged today from the team which beat Walsall a week ago, so it's Henderson in goal, at the back Hendry, Enciala, Sadler and Beckles in midfield, Godfrey, Agogo, Nolan, Worley on the right, Rodman on the left, and Carlton Morris as centre forward. Scunthorpe 4-4-2 for them. Gilks in goal. The back four: Bishop, Burgess, McArdle the captain, and Wallace. In midfield: Holmes, Yates, Ojo and Morris. And up front, Tony and Hopper. Town take the throw down the right hand side. Hendry midway inside the Scunthorpe half. Diagonal ball in towards Rodman. Flag goes up for offside once again. It's been a very stop-start opening to this football match. No ebb and flow as yet, perhaps to be expected in these difficult, blustery conditions, as both sets of players just get to terms with these conditions. Mark?
Yeah, pitch doesn't look great either. Difficult to see whether the ball's running true or not, because it hasn't been on the ground very much. And yeah, it's been a staccato opening, and neither side is really showing the sort of energy levels that we would expect. I wonder if it is partly that they're literally coming into this game cold and are having to play their way into it.
Hendry, ball forward down the inside right channel, easily repelled by Wallace, whose clearance smashes against a go-go, spins towards the goal area, and it's easily picked up by Gilks, who rolls it out here to McArdle. Long ball over halfway in the direction of Hopper. Town win it back with Worley to Hendry. Hendry plays it down the inside right channel. Nicely controlled by Burgess, who deals with it. Long ball forward. Tony the target. Tony could be in here. It's a chance for Tony. Henderson's in no man's land. Enciala's caught him right on the edge for a Scunthorpe United free kick here. And now the inquest begins. Henderson and Matt Sadler are having a word. Henderson keen to make a point, and Enciala is going to be booked here for the challenge on Tony, who I'm sure will feel disappointed because that was a goal-scoring chance.
Yeah, well, the goal was gaping. Henderson came out, he didn't need to. He was 30 yards out from goal with defenders there covering. It was a rash decision from Town's young goalkeeper, and in the end, Enciala just nudged Tony. There wasn't an awful lot in it, and Tony went down, but Enciala is going to go into the book. It's no more than that, but I think it may be slightly too wide with a few too many bodies in between Tony and the goal for the referee, but certainly claims that he might have been sent off.
Tony, I think, would have fancied his chances there and maybe sticking that one in, albeit from a tight angle on the left hand side of the challenge not come in, but Enciala in the book early on as a talking point, and Scunthorpe had this free kick, and Tony will still try and put the ball in the back of the net from this set piece. Josh Morris standing over this one as well. Town have built a three-man defensive wall. Carlton Morris is in there, Godfrey and Nolan as well. Henderson poised on his goal line, looks as though it might favour Tony here potentially. Right on the edge of the box, it's left of centre. Morris in fact goes for goal, and it's gone in! Oh! Morris is deceived Henderson! Morris with a free kick, and it seemed to go in slow motion into the far corner of the net. I think it caught the wind there, didn't it, to potentially catch Henderson out, and Scunthorpe take an early lead here.
What a bizarre goal. Right out to the left-hand corner of the penalty area. Out swinger. And whether it did just catch the wind, Henderson hasn't read it at all, and it's dropped right over his head. He didn't even move, Henderson. It was almost Ronaldinho against David Seaman, but Henderson didn't even backpedal. It was such a strange goal that
when he hit it, it looked as though it was going to go
wide
a long way over the post.
Yeah, and whether the wind's held it up, and I
think it had to, Mark.
It's dropped in. It's a bizarre moment, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, my first reaction there when that free kick has come in from Josh Morris, he's got far too much on that. That's going to sail over the bar. Then all of a sudden it just seemed to drop and go into the bottom corner, into the far corner of the net. But Scunthorpe take an early lead here. Scunthorpe 1, Town 0, and Josh Morris, the top goal scorer, has scored for the 11th time this season.
In fairness to Morris, he got so much spin on the ball that I wonder whether it was the whip on it that just deceived all of us. But it was a really strange moment.
Town behind early on then. Oxford 1, Peterborough 0 is a League One latest. Rochdale 0, Wimbledon 1 is another one. Here comes Scunthorpe again. Tony on the edge of the box, foul on Holmes here, and it's a free kick in a not dissimilar position from which Morris has just scored, and clearly the ball is moving around there, the wind is catching it, and it's making it very difficult for both sets of players, particularly Shrewsbury Town, the defending side here.
Yeah, and This is in an even better position, isn't it? Just slightly in towards the D, but he got so much whip on it, and then again, I would say the wind perhaps did contribute as well, and it's completely deceived Henderson, who, as I say, didn't move, and it dropped in fairly central. Really odd.
And there'll be a few nerves here for the Town goalkeeper, I'm sure, as Morris stands over this free kick. It's a more central position. It's 25 yards out, maybe a little bit closer. Here's Morris again, just over the bar this time. Hit it well, and it wasn't too far away from 2-0 to Scunthorpe, was it?
6 inches over the crossbar. That was a really good effort, and well, Scunthorpe's number 11 Morris knows how close he came. He's their top scorer and set piece specialist, and Town need to avoid giving away free kicks in and around the penalty area because he is deadly.
Henderson clears then over halfway. Little flick from Worley. Ball gets away from Carlton Morris. Town had kept 3 clean sheets in a row before this game today against Charlton and Walsall in the league, and Yeovil in the Checkatrade Trophy. Alas, no clean sheet for Town today as Sadler heads it forward, flicked on by Nolan. A go-go in the centre circle to Morris, who uses his thigh to good effect. Nolan now spins in the centre circle, plays a good little ball along the ground to Hendry, works it forward to a go-go, back to goal. Ball gets away from him. Scunthorpe play their way out of danger. There's Morris, a goal scorer. Uses the left back Wallace. His clearance swirls and hangs in the air. Too much height on it. Hendry now knocks it forward. Scunthorpe 1, Town 0 here though. Town, remember, the only team in the top 3 of League One in action today, with Wigan involved in the FA Cup quarter-final tomorrow, then Southampton and Blackburn not playing. Here comes Holmes, looks for Hopper, well cut out by Enciala, picked up by Henderson. Some appeals for a deliberate back pass, it clearly wasn't. Just seemed to hit Enciala and run through to his goalkeeper, and Henderson bounces the ball here. And we'll look to get Town motoring in the right direction. Henderson's clearance helped on by Hendry. Wasn't the best of clearances from Henderson. And now the free kick goes against Town inside the centre circle. Town just haven't truly got going as yet, Mark.
No, they haven't, and we've seen in recent weeks that when Henderson does make an error, he can sometimes make 2 or 3, so he's got to get back into the game. Here's
Morris on the edge of the box, looks for Tony. Beckles heads it away. He comes in, hits the post from Holmes. What a hit from Holmes. Woodwork is still shaking. Henderson would not have kept that one out. Town living dangerously with so nearly 2-0 to Scunthorpe again.
What a strike from Dwayne Holmes. I barely saw it as it cannoned back off the crossbar. I haven't seen a better strike than that all season in terms of purity of it. A wonderful effort, and Town get away with it, but again,
could have been 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely. They haven't started. Town and Scunthorpe look up for this.
Yeah, playing well, aren't they? Graham Alexander's side playing with lots of confidence. Town a goal down here. Have to take the sting out of it, and a lot of football still to be played here. Nolan goes back into his own half to Enciala, who does well to pick out Sadler, who knocks it forward, left-footed. Scunthorpe deal with it in the air. Here's Tony. MK Dons 1, Bury 0. Chuksanike for Dons. 2 teams at the wrong end of the table. In Southend lead at Blackpool in League One. Marc-Antoine Fortuné, the goal scorer there. Scunthorpe 1 up here against Town on BBC Shropshire. Yates for Scunthorpe. Plays it out to the right side to Bishop. Looks for the darting run of the busy Holmes, and Beckles goes across, deals with it, puts the ball out of play. And Scunthorpe, who haven't won here since New Year's Day when they beat Bury by 1-0, they're forced to throw in an advanced position on the right-hand side. No sign of any imminent snowfall, dare I say. Who knows, though, between that sort of day so far. It's been snowing, then it hasn't, then it has, and it hasn't, and so on and so forth. Long throw into the Town penalty area, flicked onto the near post, and this time it's an easy pick-up for Dean Henderson. And he rolls it out here to Worley. Worley scampers over halfway on the right-hand side. Nolan up in front of him. Worley looks for Nolan. Scunthorpe block it off, and the ball spins into touch. And it will be a throw to the Town once again. To be taken here by Hendry. Takes it into the feet of Worley, who gives it back to Hendry once more. Back to Worley. Takes a touch. Worley challenged by Wallace. Town start again inside their own half with Enciala, who's been booked early on. for that challenge, which led to the Morris free kick, which has given Scunthorpe the lead. Long clearance from the goalkeeper, flicked on by Carlton Morris. Scunthorpe clear. Godfrey now in the centre circle. Lifts it out to this near side, too much on it. Asking a bit too much of Worley. And it will be a Scunthorpe United throw midway inside their own half on the left-hand side. 15 minutes played. BBC Shropshire. Town are losing by a goal to nil.
Yeah, that's the first opportunity they've had to get the ball down and play it a bit, and it has highlighted just how bad the pitch is. The ball bobbling along as Sean Worley was trying to dribble with it, and it's not going to help Town as they attempt to pass their way through Scunthorpe.
And here comes Scunthorpe again, and Enciala there with a challenge on Hopper. Scunthorpe fans not happy.
Well, that was a foul. He's silly, Enciala. He's gotten away with one there. He shoved Hopper in the back, and on a yellow card. You can't get away with that very often.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful, hasn't he, here, Enciala. It's a Scunthorpe throw as opposed to a free kick. But the Scunthorpe fans will be shouting their displeasure anytime Enciala goes anywhere near the ball now, I'm sure. Here's Wallace on the attack on the left-hand side, bends it towards the far corner, doesn't come back in time, and it goes wide of Henderson's left-hand post, and that will be a goal kick for Shrewsbury Town. But Scunthorpe, full of ideas, full of energy, and they lead by a goal to nil. That free kick in the 8th minute. Josh Morris from a bit of an angle, a couple of yards outside the box. When he hit it, it was deceptive. It looked as though it was going to go a long way over the bar, but then it dipped and it dropped in, and Henderson beaten by an 11th goal of the season from the Scunthorpe left-sided midfield player. Godfrey for Town, forward to Worley. A lot of football still to be played here. Time certainly on Town side. Worley looks for a go-go, can't quite find him. Scunthorpe bring the ball out from the back with McCardle. Plymouth 0, Bristol Rovers 1. Chris Lyons has scored for Rovers at home park. Scunthorpe on the attack here with Morris, 30 yards from the Town goal. Plays it in field to Ojo. Scunthorpe have given it away. Nolan, good ball forward, good run from Carlton Morris down the inside right channel. Defender Burgess goes with him. Decent hold-up play from the centre forward. Plays it back to Worley, 30 yards out. To Nolan now. Scunthorpe have got plenty of men back behind the ball, but Town keep it. Worley in field to the playmaker Nolan once more. Nolan looks for Hendry, hugging this near side touchline. Ball comes in. He's got the connection he was hoping for. And Scunthorpe easily deal with it. And they ping it up here towards the centre circle to Hopper. Hopper holds it up. He looks for the run of Tony. Well held up by Enciala, closed down by Tony, and Enciala does well, turns and plays it off Tony's back, and it will be a Town throw midway inside their own half on this right-hand side. Town 1-0 down, but it's a little bit better there. They kept the ball and knocked it around a little bit better, Mark.
Yeah, at the moment Scunthorpe are just playing the conditions better. Town are getting into trouble trying to play a bit too much football at times on a really difficult pitch, and I say that as somebody who likes to see a team pass the ball on the deck. At the moment it's just not running for them. Hendry put in a really poor cross because it bobbled away from him and he was stretching for it, and Scunthorpe just knock it into space, into the channels. They've got pace, they can go direct, they move the ball through the pitch very quickly, often in the air, and they're pinning Town back because of it.
Challenge on Worley here from Wallace. A big side, aren't they, Scunthorpe? Lots of players over 6 foot in there. Wallace is a very big unit at left back, played a lot of football at centre half in his career. I like to see Rodman given the ball a little bit today, Mark, because Bishop is a good player, good throw, but he is a midfield player by trade, and he's playing right back today.
Yeah, absolutely. You would think the defensive side of the game would be his weakness. I think Town at times have just got to try and get the ball forward a bit more quickly and just chip it up a little bit more. Not go long, not go like Wimbledon from the 80s, but just try and take the pitch out of the equation a little bit more.
In the Championship, Wolves 1, Burton 0, held at Costa for the leaders, Wolves and Molyneux. Godfrey for Town, plays it forward to Nolan. Nolan lets the ball run. Then a covering defender deals with it for Scunthorpe, and Town will start again with a throw midway inside the Scunthorpe half on this right-hand side. Taken by Hendry into the box towards Nolan, who holds it up neatly. Gives it back to Hendry. Can he get a decent ball in the box here? Trying to make the angle. Hendry now crosses left-footed. Is that a handball on the edge of the box? No. Town fans behind that goal who are appealing for it at the all-seated away end. Three sides of this ground are all seated, and then the end Scunthorpe are playing towards is a terraced end, and it's about half full, maybe 2/3 full today. A few gaps on there, that terraced end, and Scunthorpe will have a free kick here inside their own half. But we played 20 minutes, Scunthorpe 1, Shrewsbury 0, but signs that Town are coming more and more back into this football match.
Yeah, it's taken them 25 minutes, hasn't it, to get going, but there are signs that they're doing just that. Again, I think the more they can get the ball wide and try and use the better areas of the playing surface. I haven't seen Rodman much at all, and try and use Morris's hold-up play and just try and play the game in Scunthorpe's half. If they try and put 20 passes together to get through Scunthorpe, then they're probably going to give the ball away because the pitch is as it is. Scunthorpe have just been the better at taking the surface out of the equation by just knocking it into space and getting after it.
Here's a go-go on the halfway line, in field to Nolan in the centre circle. Nolan gets his head up and decides not to go for the cross-field switch this time. He goes back to Enciala. Enciala decides to use his goalkeeper, plays it back to Henderson, who knocks it out from the back to Sadler. Town a goal down then. They go to Northampton on Tuesday. Northampton 1-0 down at home to Rotherham this afternoon. Michael Smith for the Millers, who have lost their last couple of games after that blistering run, beaten by Rochdale a week ago and beaten at MK Dons on Tuesday night. Here's Rodman down the left-hand side for the Town, up against Holmes. Rodman does really well, gets into the box, on he goes, down he goes. What's he given? Corner. Super run from Rodman. Challenge came in, Rodman went down. Town fans behind the goal were asking for a penalty, but it'll be a corner instead.
Good run from Rodman though, wasn't it? A player in such good form, and as I say, the pitch looks better over on the left-hand side than it does on the right, and again he managed to get it down and get at this makeshift right side of Scunthorpe's defence.
Town's first corner of the afternoon then. Sean Wardy will take it. Bit of a delay though, because the referee is not happy with something. He's going over to the far side. Quite sure what he's not happy about. The referee. Is it the corner flag? Yep. I think Sean Ward has taken the corner, or the corner flag is out, isn't it? And Sean Ward is having to put the corner flag back in before Mr. Salisbury will allow him to take this corner. So after a little bit of delay, midway point of this first half, Town are 1-0 down, but they have this corner, which is now taken by Warley towards the near post, towards Beckles, and Scunthorpe bring the ball away with Tony, who does a good job for his team defensively. Town keep the pressure on. Warley tries to bend it towards the top corner. Not a bad idea, wouldn't come back in time. And that's a goal kick for Scunthorpe, who lead by 1-0 here on BBC Radio Shropshire.
That was unfortunate. Beckles initially looked to have won it, but Tony essentially fell on the ball and Town couldn't get it out from under him, and Tony it was who got up and cleared the ball. But that's better from Shrewsbury over the past 3 or 4 minutes, and again this is a big opportunity for them with Wigan and Blackburn not in action to go and get points on the board, and 1-0 down and under the cosh. They've ridden a bit of a storm, and hopefully now they can commit some bodies forward themselves.
Referee has spotted an infringement on halfway. Town have a free kick for the challenge on Godfrey. It's often a well-used phrase, isn't it? Subs are warming up, literally, today. Several from either side, just doing a few stretches in front of the main stand. And L. John Lewis, I can see, for the Town. Bryn Morris as well. Town with this free kick then to be taken by Enciala. It's all in front of him. Town trailed by 1-0. Enciala with a long diagonal ball into the box. No one attacks it, and it goes harmlessly all the way through to Jilch, the goalkeeper. Quick throw out for the goalkeeper, Holmes, who's hit the woodwork early on, and he's quick. Good run from Holmes down the right here. Challenge comes in from Godfrey. Ball goes behind, and it's a Scunthorpe corner.
But that's what they've been so good at. Goalkeeper Jilch bowls the ball out, throws it all of 35-40 yards, and well, it got Scunthorpe away down the right hand side. Holmes bursting in behind with his pace, with his running ability, and all of a sudden Scunthorpe are up the pitch and putting pressure on Town.
Scunthorpe corner then. which Morris, the goal scorer, is a wicked 8-minute free kick, continues to give the iron the edge here. 25 minutes played at Glanford Park, where it's snowing once again, not as heavy as it has been, and Morris takes his corner, swings it in left-footed towards the far post, heading forwards, and it's wide by Burgess, the big defender, grows higher than anybody else. This header always going wide of Henderson's right-hand post. Goal kick.
He's an absolute giant, isn't he, Burgess? Must be 6'5" or 6, and he's going to win a lot of headers, and did so there, just couldn't direct it goalwards. It was half a chance in the end as Enciala and the referee have a chat, and Enciala has already been booked, so will do well to stay out of trouble.
So Henderson has been picked for the England under-21 squad once again in the last couple of days. Yet to get a cap at that level, so we'll hope to put that right when he links up with the under-21s once again. Great experience for him though, isn't it, to go away and train with some of the top talents in the country. The other goalkeepers, Freddie Woodman of Newcastle and Angus Scunn, who's on loan at Norwich City for Manchester City. Town throw on halfway, taken by Beckles towards Carlton Morris, doesn't quite find its way to him. Here's Beckles again to Nolan. Town go back into their own half to Sadler. Sadler works it forward, left-footed, headed away by McCardle, and Town will have a throw midway inside the Scunthorpe United half on the left-hand side. Town 1-0 down. No Telford game remembered today. They were due to play at Bradford Park Avenue, but snow overnight in West Yorkshire, meaning another Saturday off for the Bucks, who are at the wrong end of National North. Town keep the ball neatly on the left-hand side. Rodman, fed by Beckles, wanders infield and uses a go-go. Now Warley, little touch, opening up a go-go here. Town keep the ball. Carlton Morris, good strength. Beckles now well forward. Plays it back to Nolan. Referee almost gets in his way. Nolan does well to find Godfrey. Shooting chance maybe. Godfrey hits it, and it's just wide of the right-hand post there. Good hit from Godfrey. I think Chilch was worried, wasn't he? And he wasn't too far away from finding the bottom corner of the net from Godfrey.
Well, it didn't have much pace on it, but it was bouncing and bobbling, and the goalkeeper saw it late, and as the snow comes down now, visibility is even worse for the goalkeepers, and it almost caught Gilks out. That was as close as Town have come. It was only a foot wide of the goalkeeper's right hand upright, and just for a minute it looked like it was going to sneak in.
And some nice football, wasn't it, to fashion the opportunity. Better this from Shrewsbury Town as the snow gets heavier here in Scunthorpe, where Town trailed by a goal to nil, but Town showing signs of coming back into this one. Good spell this for them. Better spell at least. A go-go in the centre circle. Turns. Hendry wants the ball on this near side, and he gets it. Nudges it back to Enciala on the edge of his 18-yard box. Forward it goes to Godfrey. Town have such terrific belief in their own ability that even in tight areas with the opposition closing them down, they keep knocking it around with great quality. Rochdale have equalised against Wimbledon in League One. Andrew Cannon for Rochdale. Wimbledon, remember, come to the Montgomery Waters Meadow next Saturday, Town's next home game. Sadler, just inside his own half, clips it forward towards Morris, who's beaten in the air by McCardle. Noted on the scene to win it back for the Town, and here's Godfrey in the centre circle. Good awareness, good ability on the ball. Picks out a go-go. Now it's with Beckles. Town keeping the ball neatly again. Sadler now ventures forward from halfway. Uses Rodman back in field to Godfrey. Scunthorpe well organised. Everyone behind the ball. Town working hard to try and find a way through. Good ball from Nolan to Worley. Ball gets away from a go-go, who gets after it. McCardle clears over halfway. Enciala steps in ahead of Tony, and now Town can turn and go forward again in the centre circle with Carlton Morris. Little reverse ball to Godfrey. Knocks it out to this near side to Hendry. Infield to Worley. Sharp turn for Worley, does really well. Opening up for him here maybe. Morris on the right hand side. Lots of orange shirts in the middle. Godfrey, can he get the ball into the box? Goes short again to Morris, wrong option. Scunthorpe win it back, and now they can attack with Tony. Challenge comes in from Enciala, it's a good one. And Scunthorpe have a throw just shy of halfway on the left-hand side with 15 minutes to go in this first half. Town 1 down.
They're getting better though, aren't they, Shrewsbury? They're playing the game more to the conditions and working it down the left where the pitch is a bit better, and Wall is coming a bit narrower onto the better ground on the right-hand side, and they're trying to mix it up a bit. Morris is playing well. Another good sight to see Abu Agogo breaking into the penalty area a couple of times. He's getting into the box, he's scored a couple of goals, and is a wholly more confident player.
Godfrey has gone down injured at the moment, so the physio, Chris Skitt, who's wrapped up against the elements. He's got a woolly hat on. I think that's a Shrewsbury Town woolly hat on, isn't it? Chris Skitt, popular member of the backroom staff here, coming on to administer some treatment to Godfrey. Players on both sides come over to the touchline as well, getting some advice from the management staffs. Omar Beckles swinging at a bottle as well. 11.5 minutes to play in the first half as the snow continues to make visibility awkward for both sets of players. And it's Scunthorpe 1, Shrewsbury 0. Just wonder what Paul Hurst would have made of it 31 minutes into this football match, Mark.
Well, I'd be worried about his goalkeeper, because Dean Henderson doesn't look happy to our left, patrolling the edge of his penalty area, gets down on himself after mistakes. He's probably going to feel like he's made one for the goal, given that it dropped in fairly centrally, albeit it was an extremely deceptive strike from Morris, and his kicking's gone to pot a little bit since then. He'll be a bit concerned about that. Stephen Payne, yeah, he's going to come on, by the way, I think, for Ben Godfrey, so that's an interesting change. But I think he'll be fairly pleased with the way his side have responded and tried to adapt to the conditions. They've created bits and pieces without a clear-cut chance, and they've shown that they've got certainly more than enough about them to get back into it.
It's an interesting change, this, isn't it? Godfrey has gone off injured.
Which is a blow.
It is a blow. He was looking good, wasn't he? Had that shot as well, just wide. So Stephen Payne coming on here. Charlie Adam has been sent off for Stoke, who are 0-0 against Everton. Stoke are the wrong end of the Premier League, but this is an interesting change. Of course, it means some extra support up front for Carlton Morris, doesn't it? The Huddersfield 0, Crystal Palace 1. James Tompkins, a defender, has scored for Palace at Huddersfield. Foul given against Carlton Morris here. Scunthorpe keen to get on with it. They lead by a goal to 0. Josh Morris scoring from a free kick in the 8th minute. And they're not playing with two forwards, are they?
Yeah,
Payne has gone up front with Morris, yeah.
Matching up with Scunthorpe, and I guess what they may well do now is go a little bit more direct as the snow gets heavier and heavier and heavier. They may well now say to Payne and Morris, two big centre forwards, go and win it and hold the ball up, and we'll go a little bit more direct and try and play to the elements.
Yep. Nolan and Worley go in for the ball. Is that a foul on Nolan? Advantage played? No advantage played in the end. It will be a Town free kick right on halfway, and the snow is getting heavier. This was forecast, wasn't it, for this part of the country? As Town go back to Henderson. Now it's with Enciala. Enciala plays it forward, right-footed towards Carlton Morris. Scunthorpe deal with it. A go-go for Town. To Carlton Morris, to a go-go, to Nolan. Town keeping the ball. Hendry. Out to the far side to Beckles. I'm glad that Town have got such a bright orange kit on today to help us spot the players a little bit easier, because it's getting more and more tricky, isn't it? Visibility. When we look over to the far side, Marcus,
you wouldn't want to be commentating on Real Madrid today, would you? They'd all have disappeared. But yeah, it's as heavy as it's been since we've arrived, and it's been heavy at times, and it's starting to stick on the pitch. And this was forecast, and from here it isn't supposed to stop, I don't think.
Oldham 0, Portsmouth 1. Red Pittman, is that a foul for Enciala? Yes, it is, on Hopper. And it will be a Scunthorpe United free kick just in for the touchline on this left-hand side. Again, the Scunthorpe supporters not happy with Enciala. Wasn't much in that one. Yes, it was a free kick, but nothing wrong with that challenge overly. And it will be a free kick to Scunthorpe, adjacent to the edge of the 18-yard box on this left-hand side, and Morris will take it. Holmes having a look at this one as well. Tanner pulled everyone back within 20 yards of their goal here. Morris takes this free kick, left-footed towards the far post, headed down awkwardly. Enciala does well to get his head on that one. Scunthorpe clear. Only as far as Wallace. Ball forward is blocked off by a go-go. Snow is sticking, isn't it, on this Glanford Park pitch. Could be very, very interesting if this snow continues to fall. We've had little flurries like this before and they haven't come to much, have they? Let's see what happens here. Throw-in taken by Wallace down the left-hand side. Here's Morris having a go at Hendry. Morris tries to whip the ball in, well blocked off by Hendry. Scunthorpe corner though, with 10 minutes to play in the first half. Scunthorpe 1, Shrewsbury 0 on BBC Shropshire.
It's not going to be pretty from here, is it, from either side? These aren't the sort of conditions that you can play too much good football in. It's going to be a physical battle, trying to get the ball into the right areas and play off centre forwards like Tony and Morris, and whoever does that best will win the game.
Scunthorpe corner. Holmes is going to take it from this left-hand side. It's a good one as well. Tony's in there, ball bouncing around. Payne gets something on it. Tony back into the box, cleared by Enciala. Bishop for Scunthorpe gives it away. Hendry, good out ball to Worley. Worley tries to spin away from Ojo. Down goes Worley, and that will be a free kick to Shrewsbury Town, 15 yards inside their own half. Worley wanted to take it quickly, unable to do so, so he'll leave it. And Enciala, who was booked inside the opening 10 minutes, takes it now, right-footed, flips it down the inside right channel. Payne and Carlton Morris get after that one. Scunthorpe deal with it. But Town pressing high upfield. Hendry to a go-go. Ball runs away from the captain this time. Retrieved by Sadler, midway inside his own half on the left-hand side. Short ball forward to Nolan. Town a goal down here. Rodman to Beckles. Back into their own half go Town, to Sadler. Square ball is on to Enciala, he uses him. Ball now worked over halfway to Worley, lovely turn. Finds a go-go on halfway to Nolan. Good football from Town in these tricky underfoot conditions. Hendry plays it forward. Not quite able to find Morris this time, but Town keep the ball. Hendry is challenged though by Morris. Hopper now for Scunthorpe. Back to Wallace. Ojo challenged by Nolan and the Belgian players as well. Miscontrolled by Holmes. Ball gets away from Nolan. Very difficult for both sets of players here. I don't think the snow is falling quite as heavy as it was a couple of minutes ago. It's still falling though. As Nolan goes to Hendry, back to Enciala. And Enciala from the edge of his box clears up towards halfway. Still 1-0 Scunthorpe lead. Enciala plants it forward towards a go-go, chests it down on the halfway, then he goes in and wins the ball, but unfairly, in the opinion of the referee, for the challenge on Ojo, and that will be a Scunthorpe free kick.
Yeah, that's a bit unlucky. I thought a go-go won the ball. It was a firm tackle, but it seemed to be fair. The problem with the snowfall at the moment is it's just consistent, isn't it? It's varying in amounts, but yeah, it's pretty consistent now, and the conditions in terms of playing football are incredibly difficult. It's difficult to control the ball. It's difficult to judge your passing and even your kicking technique. Toto Enciala tried to lump the ball downfield, got it horribly wrong because it's really difficult to see where the ball is.
Free kick then taken by Burgess, too much on it, and it misses everybody, and he goes behind, and that will be a goal kick to Shrewsbury Town. So Scunthorpe 1, Shrewsbury 0 here. Elsewhere in League 1, Plymouth have equalised against Bristol Rovers, one apiece at home park. Jamie Ness, who scored at the Meadow for Argyle last season, last month I should say, when Plymouth were 2-1 winners, has repeated the trick with an Argyle equaliser. Town goal kick then. Henderson beaten by that Morris free kick, that wicked free kick on 8 minutes, which continues to separate these sides. Henderson's clearance returned with interest. A Scunthorpe attack down the right with Holmes. Rodman tracking back to help out. Holmes, good ball forward, and Morris is onside here. Morris in the penalty area. Great save, Henderson. Really important save. Morris was in on goal. Henderson made himself big, stood up, and got a really good block in to prevent it from going 2-0 to Scunthorpe.
Yeah, left side of Town's defence went to sleep there, and it was a really good chance, and Henderson has gone some ways to redeem himself for that earlier area there. Got out really well, made himself big. It's a good save, and Scunthorpe have had the chances. They could be 3 or 4 up had they taken them all. As it is, just 1 goal in it, and Town have improved as the half has gone on, so still all to play for.
Yeah, that's really good goalkeeping from Henderson. Didn't commit himself, did he? Stood up, made it difficult for the player, Josh Morris, and a good block from the Town goalkeeper. Here's Holmes for Scunthorpe, who were looking lively. Slips the ball forward to Tony. Town have got plenty of men back behind the ball. The snow is almost now at a stop as Enciala hangs it up towards halfway. Morris heads it down to a go-go, looks for Payne. Payne, having just come on for the injured Godfrey, hasn't been able to get into the game as yet. Payne, this is a good chance for Payne today though, isn't it? Because in recent weeks we've seen him coming off the bench for 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes of games as a sub. He's got a lot longer today, and he's the 11-goal top goal scorer, remember. Here's Morris for Scunthorpe, dashing forward down the left-hand side. Down he goes, challenge from Enciala. What's he given here? He's given a throw to Scunthorpe, Mr. Salisbury, after giving the matter considerable thought. Town just have to stand firm until half-time. If it's 1-0 at the break, still every chance that Town can come back. 2-0, of course, makes it that much more of a tricky task. In fact, the ball has gone behind for a corner here, so Holmes will take it in front of the only terraced part of Glanford Park. Plymouth 1, Bristol Rovers 2. Holmes with the corner towards Tony, who goes down. They've got a penalty, they've got a penalty. Carlton Morris on Ivan Tony. Has he given a penalty?
Yeah, he has, and rightly so. Morris has rugby tackled the Scunthorpe man, 2 arms around his waist, and he's pulled him to the ground. And Morris isn't happy, he needs to calm down. And Omar Beckles is trying to take Morris away, but the referee's calling him over, and Morris almost tried to grab a hold of the referees. He's irate. I don't think he can have too many complaints. We were right in eyesight of it, and it looked like a penalty to me.
Well, this is interesting. There's a discussion between Ivan Tony and Josh Morris whether they both want to take it. It seems to be the case. Tony has got the ball at the moment as though he wants to take it. He's won the penalty, and he clearly wants to take it. So Josh Morris still having a word with him.
And Ojo's over there trying to mediate. Now Rory McCardle, the captain, has gone over and he's told Tony, give the ball away, and he has done.
Interesting, because Tony wanted that, didn't he? Carlton Morris has been booked for the coming together with Ivan Tony that has led to this penalty. And with 2.5 minutes to play in this first half in the Glanford Park snow, Morris has a chance to double Scunthorpe's advantage here against Dean Henderson. Big moment in this League One football match. Morris for Scunthorpe, who scored that early free kick from outside the box from 12 yards, and it's saved by Henderson. Really good save from the Shrewsbury Town goalkeeper. It was fairly central, and Henderson makes a really important penalty save to keep Town very much in this game.
Good save, awful penalty. Low down the middle. I always think if you're going to go down the middle, go high, because then at least you take the goalkeeper's legs out of the equation, or their entire body if they go the right way. And in the end, Henderson just had to fall on it. It was a good save though, guessed right and held it, which was important. Could easily have spilt it. So again, good goalkeeping.
Yeah, well done. Henderson saved a penalty at Rotherham, didn't he, earlier in the season? Is that a turning point? From a Shrewsbury Town point of view, you've got to hope so. 2-0 would have been so difficult to come back from, but it's still 1-0. England's number one, chant the Town fans at the far end of Glanford Park, who were looking through the snow flurries there to get a view of that. Carlton Morris will be relieved as well, having given the penalty away.
Penny for the thoughts of Ivan Tony.
Yeah, I wonder, indeed. Here's Morris to Nolan for Town, 30 yards from goal. Nolan, good ball into the box towards Ward. He gets away from him. Goes out to the far side towards Rodman. Rodman does well, good close control to keep it in. Delivers now right-footed, headed away by McCardle. Don't think it helped Morris if he is a designated penalty taker. That little bit of an inquest he had to have with Ivan Tony before taking it. It would suggest that Morris was the designated penalty taker, because he ended up taking it.
Yeah, and the captain got involved and made the decision for them, and it was Tony who got the ball and wouldn't give it to Morris, who, his pre-penalty routine will have been ruined by that, and it was a really unconvincing strike in the end. And it's getting heavier again, the snow, and the way he struck it again, there's an awful lot of that happening, and it happens in these sorts of games where strikes are tame and misjudged because, frankly, your vision's impaired, the sight of where the ball meets the grass is impaired. You can't judge anything.
Town free kick some 20 yards from their own goal. Henderson, who has saved that penalty from Morris, comes out to take it. He'd have enjoyed that moment. Always a sweet moment for a goalkeeper, isn't it? Saving a penalty. He made a good save for Morris ahead of that. Morris could have had a hat-trick, couldn't he, in the first half? Tony for Scunthorpe runs into Enciala as we move into 3 minutes of added on time at the end of the first half, as the snow gets heavier and heavier and heavier. I feel as though we're spending as much time talking about the weather than the football at times, but it's that sort of day, isn't it? It's time to get a free kick 35 yards from the Scunthorpe goal.
And it is getting heavier and heavier, and at the moment it's going to be a real struggle to get this game finished, isn't it? With the way that it's affecting the play already. Town have got a free kick in a really good position. I think it's Sean Worley taking it. I can only just think it is.
Worley then takes his free kick, right-footed into the penalty area, comes off the top of a Scunthorpe player's head, corner if it goes. It'll be kept in here, will it, by Tony, who goes down, and it will be a Town throw. Right next to the corner flag. Wolves are 2-0 up on Burton in the Championship. Benica Fobi at Molyneux. Town have a throw then, taken by Hendry to Nolan. Back with Hendry again. Here's Nolan for Town. Awkward ball comes in towards Stephen Payne, missed by everybody and got hold of in the end by Gilks, who stayed at home, and it was a wise decision in the end to stay on his line for the goalkeeper.
It was almost like the goal, wasn't it? And had it been slightly to the left or right of Gilks, I think he would have struggled with that, because the ball just held up and then started curling in towards goal, and it's horrible for the defenders to deal with.
Here's Morris for Scunthorpe, 30 yards from goal. Ball in towards Hopper, takes a touch. Hopper on the volley and over the bar by a long, long way. So that will be a goal kick, and that should be half-time. We're at the back of the press box. Look at the chaps, just one row in front, covered in snow. As you are, Mark, actually, as I look at your coat and your hat.
The Radio Shropshire iPad. I hope that still works. Otherwise, I'm blaming you.
It's a good test, isn't it, for it? These are difficult conditions. The snow, the wind, just blowing it directly into the stand where we're sat today. Hendry's got some defensive work to do. On a day like this, I almost wish we were in that enclosed inside press box at Southend.
Coming right into our faces.
Never our favourite.
No, yes, Southend seems like paradise now.
Ball bouncing around in the centre circle. Hopper, half-time whistle imminent. Scunthorpe 1, Town 0. Beckles with a strong challenge. A go-go for the Town.
Look at the ball holding up though in the snow. It's getting to the stage where it feels like a waterlogged pitch. The ball's not running anywhere near the way it should.
Here come Town down the left-hand side with Carlton Morris. Turns well. Morris with the ball in. I had to check there because I genuinely lost the ball there.
Yeah, no idea.
Momentarily. And that's half-time though. So hopefully the weather will ease at half-time.
That we can say. It is half-time.
Yes. But what a strange day. It always promised to be with the weather forecast. Scunthorpe lead here by goals nil. And the goal was a little bit strange as well. The one that divides these teams. It came on 8 minutes. The Town officials still, a couple of the Town players, Carlton Morris and Omar Beckles, still talking to the match officials. Whether that's about the penalty, I'm not sure, which was saved anyway by Henderson. But the goal came on 8 minutes. Scunthorpe free kick after a foul by Enciala. Morris took it. We were right behind it, and when he hit it, it looked as though that's going to go a long, long way over the bar. But then it dipped. Was it the wind it caught? I'm not sure. In the press room. And then when you come back out, it seems
I thought there'd be tea. I thought there would be a cup of tea.
Would have been a bonus. But here we go. Ivan Toney gets his second half underway. Still snowing in Scunthorpe. Town a goal down, but very much in this game. Could have been worse, couldn't it? That Dean Henderson penalty save from Morris just before the interval, ensuring that Town are very much in this football match as they go on the attack down this right-hand side. They force a throw to be taken here by Hendry. Town, remember, such good travellers this season. 4 away wins on the bounce. As Morris goes down, he wants a free kick. He won't get one. Scunthorpe clear. And ball knocked into touch by Nolan. He was looking for Hendry, bit too much on it. And it will be a throw to Scunthorpe in the left-back position. So just joining us, Town, for this second half, lining up with Henderson in goal. At the back, Hendry, Enciala, Sadler and Beckles. And then 4 across the middle, Worley and Rodman out wide, Agogo and Nolan in the middle, and then 2 centre forwards now, Payne, who came onto the injured Godfrey in the first half, and Carlton Morris. Scunthorpe on the attack down the left-hand side with Hopper, who scored twice in the 3-3 draw at Wigan a week ago. Finds Morris, who scored the opening goal for Scunthorpe, but then had a penalty saved. Ojo plays it straight into touch. The boy from Belgium. A few groans from the home supporters. You've got to be a bit more forgiving watching this game today for misplaced passes, because it's so difficult for the players underfoot, and the fact that the snow and the wind is pretty strong as well, tricky mitigating circumstances.
I would agree. I don't think it's going to be pretty this final 45 minutes, and both teams are going to have to go direct and try and take the elements out of the equation as much as they can. But even striking the ball when the pitch is snowy and you lose sight of the ball, it's really difficult to get the sort of connection you want on it, and yeah, it's good. It's almost impossible to play good football on this.
Enciala on the edge of his own penalty area, turns away from danger, does well to keep his balance and find Hendry. Ricochet goes the way of Nolan, back to Enciala. On the right hand side of the box, he uses his goalkeeper Henderson, who clears first time, right footed up towards halfway. Morris can't get hold of the ball. Nolan can though. Nolan in the centre circle. The ground staff have done a good job at half time, going back out and making the lines a bit more visible. They've been painted bright blue already today ahead of the game, just as well too, otherwise we'd have no chance of picking them out at this moment in time. As Scunthorpe look for Hopper down the left, and the ball gets away from him, and it will be a throw to Shrewsbury Town in the right back position. Alan Pardew has had not too much to get excited about, has he, as West Bromwich Albion manager so far. His team bottom of the Premier League, but they have taken the lead at Bournemouth. Bournemouth 0, Albion 1. Jay Rodriguez, the goal scorer for the Baggies. Bishop playing right back, long ball forward. Enciala lets the ball run, and out comes Henderson, gets there, but then it almost runs Tony's way, and Henderson does well to get up and clear in the nick of time, as Tony was sniffing out an opportunity maybe. Here's Worley for Town. Goes back into his own half to Hendry. Knocks it forward to Payne, who gets his head on that one. Scunthorpe deal with it, and they play it forward. Hendry for Town, infield to Agogo in those bright lime green boots of his. Picks out Nolan. Hendry now, Sadler plays it back to his goalkeeper Henderson, all in yellow. Good sweet connection, right footed. Downfield it goes towards Carlton Morris, who wins a good header not once but twice. To Worley, infield now to Nolan, and Nolan tries to sweep the ball out to this near side, looking for Rodman. Couldn't quite get the height he was hoping for. Bishop for Scunthorpe, very cool in possession. Beckles well forward here, but wonderful play from Holmes in these tricky conditions. Well won back by Nolan sliding in. And now Sadler for Town in the centre circle, striding forward purposefully. Good ball forward to Morris, to Nolan. Nolan pings the ball effortlessly out to the right hand side to Worley. Worley, nice ball in towards Payne. Payne rises, gets his head on that one. It's well away from goal. Goal kick Scunthorpe.
It's a chance to play his way into form, isn't it, for Stephen Payne, albeit in the difficult conditions. He doesn't look particularly sharp, given that he hasn't had much game time over the past few weeks, but come on early in this one. This is an opportunity for him to make his mark and stake his claim again for a first team place over the final few weeks of the season. But currently, again, both teams are just doing their best to adapt to these difficult conditions.
Now Birmingham 2-0 up now in the Championship. Shay Adams has got a second for Birmingham, that's against Hull. Blues in the bottom 3 in the second tier of English football, seeking their first win under their recently appointed manager Gary Monk. No Telford game, remember, today. They were postponed at Bradford Park Avenue earlier this morning. Enciala forward to Rodman, good ball to Carlton Morris, 10 yards inside the Scunthorpe half. Sharp turn from Payne. Payne finds Carlton Morris on the left hand side. Decent ball comes into the box. Scunthorpe deal with it. Town will keep the pressure on here with Rodman working hard. Gets there ahead of Bishop near the corner flag. Plays it back to Beckles. Beckles to Nolan. This is better from Town. Nolan into the feet of Carlton Morris, gives it back to Nolan, and Nolan has equalised. What a lovely goal! Johnny Nolan! 1-2 with Carlton Morris, and Nolan tiptoed into the box, and a cool finish finish between the legs of Gilton. Town have equalised in the snow at Glanford Park. Scunthorpe 1, Shrewsbury 1.
Well, in the context, that is a wonderful team goal. Really smart 1-2 on the edge of the penalty area, and Nolan danced into the box and slid the ball underneath the goalkeeper. A really good finish. And Shrewsbury have started the second half very, very well, and as soon as they've got a chance, they've put it away, back on level terms, and that is a real credit to them, because it's been a really difficult afternoon for Town so far. To be level at this stage of the game is a really good position to be in.
What a lovely goal from Shrewsbury Town, and John Nolan danced into the box, and a very cool finish as Gilks came out and stood up, put it through his legs, didn't he, from a very tight angle. It's a super equaliser. Here comes Scunthorpe though with Morris down the left hand side, ball in towards Holmes. Holmes in the penalty area, right hand side, knocks it in, well defended by Sadler and well cleared by Rodman. Ojo's control lets him down. Nolan has looked the most likely, hasn't he? Very adept in these tricky conditions. Such a skillful player, good balance. And he's got Town an equaliser. Holmes runs into Rodman on the edge of the box. Agogo brings the ball away. Ojo steps in for Scunthorpe. Rodman now. Ball forward to Morris, who did really well in the goal, didn't he? Clever play from the on-loan Norwich man. And the significance of Henderson's penalty save late in the first half looking more and more apparent now.
Well, if you think about it, they've scored, they've come very, very close through a second Morris free kick. They've hit the bar through Dwayne Holmes, who's looked very good and very lively today. One-on-one has been saved by Henderson, penalty has been saved by Henderson. Scunthorpe have had chance after chance after chance in a first half they had the better of, but Town have managed to get themselves back on level terms and look the better side at the moment.
Here comes Scunthorpe down the right hand side with Holmes. Ball comes in, well headed away by Enciala for Shrewsbury Town. Payne does well, decision goes against him though, and that'll be a free kick to Scunthorpe United. Some 35 yards, 40 yards from the Town goal, but that was a thing of beauty. That Shrewsbury Town equaliser. Nolan all balance
on this pitch to play a 1-2 and dribble your way into the box is unbelievable.
Yeah, such an important player, isn't he, for Shrewsbury Town? Scored a few goals now, hasn't he, as well, from the middle of the park this season. None better than that one. Well worked and well taken. Scunthorpe free kick. Tony goes for goal from a long way out, and it's a long, long way wide. And the Town fans, as they jump out of their seats, arms outstretched, enjoyed that one from Ivan Toney. He scored some goals, didn't he, for Shrewsbury last season under Mickey Mellon. He was part of the squad when Paul Hurst came to the club, and he left fairly early into the new year last season. And here he is on loan at Scunthorpe, and not having a great day so far in many ways. Here come Town, the snow has stopped. Rodman on the left hand side, doing well, and he's won Town a corner, has he? Yes, he has. He's looking lively, Rodman, isn't he? Looking very skillful and nimble in these tricky underfoot conditions, and Town have another corner kick.
Yeah, he's a player in form, isn't he, Rodman? And you can tell that, and the more Town can get him on the ball, the better, because he does look like he's got the beating of everybody down this
Town
side.
Corner taken by Worley into the box. Ball will come back to Worley into the penalty area. Worley drills it towards the near post, and it's been fumbled behind. I think it hit Rodman last there, didn't it? And it will be a goal kick. And there was opportunities there, wasn't there, for Worley as he broke into the box there?
Yeah, again, just a bit of a rush of blood to the head, and smashed it goalwards rather than placing it. And looking at both fullbacks for Scunthorpe, actually, Murray Wallace, converted centre half, playing left back. They've got two players who aren't fullbacks by trade in those positions, and with Bishop a midfielder at right back, there is scope there if Town can get the ball up the field and out wide for them to have some joy in wide areas.
Now, Plymouth 2-2 with Bristol Rovers now in that League One game down in Devon. As the sun now comes out, can you believe it? 20 minutes ago we were in the middle of a snowstorm, and now the sun is out at Glanford Park. 1-1 here on BBC Radio Shropshire. 11 minutes played in the second half. Town have a throw down the right hand side. Nolan gives it back to Hendry, who dinks it forward to Morris. Good hold up play. Worley crosses from the right hand side. Doesn't quite go for a corner kick, but it will be a throw to Town in an advanced position on the right-hand side. Good noise from the Town fans at the far end of Glanford Park. Both goals have come at the opposite end to where they're sat. And I'm sure many are standing to try and keep it a bit warmer. Nolan down the right, good ball in towards the near post, and it's fielded by the goalkeeper. Thought Payne might get on the end of that one, but in the end it ran conveniently and obligingly for Gilks, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but Shrewsbury are starting to get on top in this game, which is great to see. They've got two big centre forwards. Payne not the tallest, but he is strong, and they've got two good wingers, and in this sort of game, in these sorts of conditions, they've got to match Scunthorpe physically and try and win the battle, because that's exactly what this game is now. It's a game about territory, about where the ball is, and then mistakes, and trying to capitalise on your position on the pitch.
Bishop for Scunthorpe looks for Tony, can't find him. Nolan for Town, forward to Payne, lovely touch. Payne charging forward down the middle of the pitch. Scunthorpe have got a covering defender, and Wallace wins it and plays it back to Gilks, and Payne did well there initially. Had Morris wanting the ball on this left-hand side, we didn't see him, but that's better from Stephen Payne. 1-1, game on. Town playing much better in this second half. Carlton Morris back to goal, gives it to Worley. Worley having a go at Wallace, and he beats him. Good run from Worley, down he goes. Town free kick near the corner flag. Town much the better team now, Mark.
Yeah, they are. They've taken control of this game, and again, given the way the first half went, they're in a really good position now to strike for all 3 points, and this would be a fantastic away win if they could go and do that.
Wouldn't it just? 1-1 at Glanford Park. 58 minutes on the clock. John Nolan having equalised for Town early in the second half. Wardy with his free kick near the corner flag for the right-hand side, cleared only as far as Nolan takes a touch there to hit. No, great control, scored by Tony. Penalty to Shrewsbury Town. Ivan Tony on John Nolan, definite penalty.
Yeah, clear as day. Tony tripped Nolan, who, yes, went down rather theatrically, but it was a clear penalty, and Ivan Tony's day goes from bad to worse, and Stephen Payne is going to be the man to take it. Nolan, quick feet, edge of the penalty area, too clever for Tony. Clumsy challenge, what a chance. Magic
from Nolan again. Stephen Payne has taken one penalty this season in the league for Town. That was at Walsall, and he scored. Stephen Payne off the bench, the top goal scorer, with this big opportunity to give Town a 2-1 lead here at Glanford Park in this League One football match. John Nolan having won the penalty, and Payne will now take it. Here he comes, right-footed, scores! Stephen Payne, his 12th of the season, and Town have turned it around here. Scunthorpe 1, Shrewsbury Town 2.
What a penalty that was, smashed into the top corner by Stephen Payne. That will do his confidence plenty of good, and the away fans to our right have fallen forward in large numbers to the edge of that end behind the goal and are having a party over there. Shrewsbury Town have turned it around in the most incredible circumstances. Scunthorpe have missed a penalty, they've hit the woodwork, save after save from Henderson in the first half, and Shrewsbury have come out 1-0 down at the start of the second and completely bossed it, scored twice, taken both of their chances, and now they're in charge.
And all of a sudden, Mark, I don't feel quite so cold.
No, I know, yeah, the sun's out, both metaphorically and literally, and well, now all of a sudden we're desperate to get to the end of this game. Don't abandon it now. This is potentially one of the most impressive, probably the most impressive away performances of the season, given how Scunthorpe started, given the conditions. There's a long way to go, but Town are in the box seat for a remarkable result as things stand.
Yep, 2-1 to Shrewsbury Town here at Glanford Park. Magnificent from John Nolan. Lots of players, when that ball came to him from the initially cleared free kick, would just have had a go at it and maybe sliced it off target, but he had the composure to take it down, and Tony, whose day is going from bad to worse at the moment, a clumsy challenge, definite penalty, and Stephen Payne sticks it away. Town are 2-1 up now at Glanford Park. Gilks comes a long way out here, and he's challenged by Payne. Gilks clears. Payne had just to have had the final touch, and it will be a Scunthorpe throw in the left back position to be taken by Wallace. It's all gone very quiet here at Glanford Park apart from that celebrating away end. Good penalty from Payne though, really emphatic.
Oh, he smashed it into the top corner. It was a really good penalty. It was as good a penalty as Morris's pen at the same end in the first half was bad. That was so tentative, down the middle but low. No, Stephen Payne absolutely leathered it high into the top corner. A strike that gave Chilks no chance.
In Town again, coming forward with Rodman down the left-hand side, finds Beckles. Beckles does really well and he's caught by McArdle, the Irish international. That could be a yellow card, I fancy, there for McArdle, conditions or not. That was a fairly rash challenge from the Scunthorpe skipper, doesn't complain. The old pro that he is, good campaigner, good competitor. McArdle just accepts a yellow card, and Town have this free kick 10 yards from the corner flag on the left-hand side. What a response though from Shrewsbury Town in this second half. They lead by 2-1, having trailed 1-0 at half-time. Nolan with the equaliser, then Nolan wins a penalty and Payne rams it home. Warney with this free kick towards the near post, cleared only as far as Agogo's there to hit. Agogo smashes it, blocked, importantly for Scunthorpe. Hendry knocks it back into the box. Scunthorpe stand firm. Nolan, high up and under. Warney and Beckles underneath it, bounces off Warney. Town start again inside their own half with Sadler, lifts it into this near side. The ball goes out of play, and Bishop will take this throw for Scunthorpe, who are not enjoying playing at Glanford Park at the moment. Haven't won here since New Year's Day. In their last 5 home games before today, 2 draws and 3 defeats. To Gillingham, to Rotherham, and most recently Oldham Athletic. One of the teams not too far off out of the relegation zone won here as well. But here comes Scunthorpe, they've got lots of danger men on there. Morris for Scunthorpe down the left-hand side. Hendry tracks his run. Morris turns, plays it off. Hendry, Scunthorpe corner. Just wonder how long it will be before Graham Alexander looks to the bench. Got Kyle Wootton, a young goal scorer, on there. Cameron McGeehan, who had a good spell at Luton, he's on loan from Barnsley. Hakeeb Adelican. They've got some talent on the bench, haven't they, waiting in the wings? How long will Graham Alexander leave it? Scunthorpe corner, taken towards the near post, well headed away by Town. Morris for Scunthorpe into the box, goes for goal. Comfortable save for Henderson, high to his right.
Abu Agogo was just taken out on the edge of the penalty area. I'm not entirely sure how that isn't a foul. Almost a wrestling style clothesline on Abu Agogo, and it goes unpenalised as there's a Scunthorpe man down behind the goal, has slid off into an advertising hoarding, and conditions are pretty treacherous. Players are sliding when they go to ground quite a long way. But just to give it some context, if Town can win today, they go within 2 points of Blackburn with a game in hand and back above Wigan. It puts them within striking distance of top spot in League One and puts their automatic promotion hopes in their own hands, which is just a measure with 10 games to go after today of how big this game is.
Oxford 2, Peterborough 0, League One latest. As Scunthorpe build down the right-hand side, here's Tony ploughing forward, great challenge, Ntiala. Strong challenge from the Town centre half. Scunthorpe throw midway inside the Town half. Bishop on the scene to take it for the team nicknamed the Iron. Gets it back, Bishop slides it into the box looking for Tony. Well won by Sadler. Sadler towards halfway, ball bouncing awkwardly for Carlton Morris. Nice little layoff from Tony to Holmes down the right. High ball comes in, headed down, and it's an easy take for Dean Henderson. There was an infringement spotted in any case by referee Salisbury, and it will be a Shrewsbury Town free kick. And it's Scunthorpe 1, Shrewsbury 2. If you were just joining us, what an eventful game we have had in the snow at Glanford Park. Josh Morris gave Scunthorpe an early lead with a free kick that deceived Dean Henderson, the Town goalkeeper. Holmes hit the post for Scunthorpe. Morris went close with a free kick. Henderson saved a one-on-one from Morris, and then Morris had a penalty saved by Henderson on the stroke of half-time. Scunthorpe will be kicking themselves. It only been 1-0 up at half-time, but in the second half, Nolan, a lovely 1-2 with Carlton Morris. Nolan ran through to equalise, and then Nolan upended by Tony, penalty, and Payne sticks it away. And Town lead by 2-1, and we have 24 minutes still to play. in this corner of North East Lincolnshire. Town are down to 10 at the moment. Agogo's been off receiving some treatment. He's back on now, which is good to see. And Town have a throw in the left back position to be taken here by Matt Sadler. Morris, Bryn Morris and Linnell John Lewis just doing a few stretches in front of the main stand here at Glanford Park. And throw-in will be taken here by Beckles, the Town left back, who has made this position his own, hasn't he, in the last few months. What a good addition he's proved to be from Accrington Stadley in the early weeks of the season. Payne wins Town a free kick. Action imminent on the Scunthorpe bench, I can see. Better have it could be a double change for Scunthorpe United to try and get them back into this football match. They trail 2-1. Morris's touch takes the ball out of play. Peterborough have got one back at the Kassam Stadium. Jack Marriott, the top goal scorer in this division. 2-1 to Oxford, and it's now Northampton 0, Rotherham 2. David Ball. Town, remember, go to Northampton on Tuesday. If you cannot make it down to Sixfields, down the M1 to Northampton. Full commentary, of course, on BBC Shropshire. Our coverage starts at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. Scunthorpe free kick, central position, some 30 yards out. Ryan Yates wants to take it quickly to Scunthorpe, the former Town loanee who's here on loan from Forest. Here comes the Scunthorpe change then. Bishop going on. Midfield players done a job at right back, but Jordan Clark coming on for Neil Bishop here.
Who is a right back?
He is.
Jordan Clark.
Yeah.
Commentary, isn't he? It's a surprise to see Bishop play there, but they've got a right back on the bench.
And a Delicate coming on, and Holmes going off, which I don't think it's too popular with some of the Scunthorpe fans, and I'm not surprised. He's looked lively for me, Holmes.
I'm pleased. I think he's been excellent down the right-hand side, hit the bar with a thunderous strike, and has caused Town all sorts of problems. So, yeah, again, Delacoon got to play well to do any better.
Free kick then, good position this for Scunthorpe. Josh Morris goes for goal, left footing, great save, Henderson, good tip over from the Town goalkeeper. Decent hit from Morris, and Henderson happy to get a strong hand to that one and help it over the top for a corner.
Yeah, interesting, they barely formed a wall. Abu Agogo, the only man in it, and that allowed Henderson to see the ball all the way. I think you'll see more and more of that in football when free kicks are a long way out. Fewer and fewer walls will be formed, and Henderson did watch it and saved really well.
Scunthorpe corner, Morris takes it awkwardly towards the near post, ball bouncing around, headed goalwards now and almost off the line from Rodman back there helping out. And now the counter's on. John Nolan has the ball under his spell, bursting over halfway. Nolan still, and he's taken out by a Delicate who's just come on, and Nolan's limped away from that, but he has been quite magnificent in this second half, and he ensures that Town get the free kick midway inside the Scunthorpe half.
Yeah, Delacoon should be booked there as a professional foul, and whether you think it's right that that's an automatic yellow card or not, it is by the letter of the law, and he's lucky to get away with that. The substitute, who I think it might have been up there for the fastest booking ever after coming on had he been booked, but he's not going to be.
Stoke 0, Everton 1 in the top division. Stoke down to 10 men as well. Charlie Adams sent off in the first half in the Potteries. Town free kick taken then by Sadler in towards Carlton Morris. Scunthorpe defended well with Clark. Clark under pressure from Morris, plays it back to McCardle, who clears, goes straight to Nolan. Nolan short ball to Beckles, forward to Rodman. Beckles takes over, knocks it into touch. A little bit tight for Town down this left-hand side. We're just over 20 minutes to play on BBC Radio Shropshire. Town 2-1 up here at Scunthorpe, and Scunthorpe have a throw taken by Clark towards halfway. Beckles wins it, ball bounces out of play. Town 1-0 down at half-time. An early free kick from Josh Morris, but Nolan with the equaliser, and then Stephen Payne from the penalty spot, ensuring it's all changed, and Town are 2-1 up here, and have something on which to hold on to, or something on which to build, whichever way you want to look at it. Great noise being made by those travelling Town fans. Of course, nowhere near as many as Town took to Charlton a couple of weeks ago. For those who are here, certainly making themselves heard on this wintry day at Glanford Park. Scunthorpe smuggle it back to Gilks, the keeper, who clears first time. Sadler and Tony getting to grips with one another. The decision goes against Sadler. Tony complains to the referee, and Scunthorpe have a free kick some 45 yards from the Town goal.
Yeah, and Scunthorpe are doing their best now to try and generate a head of steam and try and force their way back into this. So Shrewsbury have got to do what they've done all season now, and that's when they get into a lead, defend well and make themselves really hard to beat. We saw before the game, didn't we, that statistic in 80-odd games, Paulhurst, Shrewsbury Town average conceding less than a goal a game. Their defence is superb.
Free kick taken by Holmes towards Tony, looping header over the top from the Newcastle United loanee, and that will be a goal kick for Shrewsbury Town. Town making just the one change so far. Now Godfrey went off injured in the first half. Payne has come on, and Payne has scored the penalty that has given Town this 2-1 advantage. I'm sure supporters of Wigan and Blackburn keeping close tabs on this one and hoping that Scunthorpe can do their team a favour by taking points off Town. But so far Town again coming up with all of the answers. How impressive is this team that Paulhurst has put together? Ball forward by Beckles, finds Worley in the centre circle, looks for Payne. Morris tries to win it back. Yates for Scunthorpe, ball over halfway into the feet of Tony. Number 9 for the home side. Gives it to Wallace. Adelican now forward down the left-hand side. Morris swings the ball in awkwardly from the left-hand side. Sadler gets his head on that one. Shot from outside the box. Good hit, just wide. It set up nicely, didn't it? I think it was Ojo coming onto it. Hit it with his laces. He was always travelling wide of Dean Henderson's post. And that will be a goal kick for Shrewsbury Town. I think it's to be expected. There will be spells, Mark, in these final 18 minutes where Town will have to batten down the hatches and defend, because Scunthorpe are not going to go down easily here, are they? They are 2-1 down, and they'll be desperate to turn this one around as Henderson clears from left to right as we look. Good leap from Carlton Morris. Ball taken down by Jordan Clark, who is a different Jordan Clark to the Town old boy of that name, we should say, who's now playing at Accrington, who are top of League 2 and playing well, Jordan Clark at Accrington, clearly, which is good to see. Ball out of play. Scunthorpe with a throw, which Clark takes into the feet of Tony. Sharp turn from Tony. Nolan wins it for the Town, and Nolan is fouled. Tony getting a bit frustrated again, isn't he, with his arms outstretched, and it will be a free kick to Shrewsbury Town.
Yeah, it's good to see from a Shrewsbury point of view. Tony getting annoyed, and he's had an awful afternoon, hasn't he? But with Tony up there, with Hopper up there, you are absolutely right that Scunthorpe will put pressure on Town, because if in doubt, they can just go long to those two big strikers. Adelican's a good size as well, and just try and get the ball into the penalty area, and Town will have to head a lot of balls away, those 4 defenders.
Payne on the left-hand side gives it to Carlton Morris. Morris has support from Beckles. Agogo wants it, and Agogo gets it 20 yards from goal. His ball forward is blocked off by Yates. Nolan quickly on the scene to win it back. Agogo's dispossessed here by Tony, who plays it through Agogo's legs. He's looking through Ojo, but Town win it back, and Sadler, who's caught by a sliding Ivan Tony here. Sadler stayed down, which doesn't happen very often. Don't think the referee is going to take any action, is he, against Tony when he wants a word with him. A challenge made out of frustration, wasn't it, from Tony, but he's going to be booked here. So his day continues to be a disappointing one at the moment, but he's got that ability in him that he's always capable of pulling something out of the bag, isn't he, Ivan Tony? So Town still got to be very wary of him.
Yeah, they have. He's got plenty of ability. But just looking at Abu Agogo, he's messing around with the tissue that was shoved up his nose. I mentioned that he was caught on the edge of the penalty area, and obviously there's been some blood coming from the nose, and he's got a massive load of tissue hanging out of one nostril.
Henderson clears downfield towards Morris on this left-hand side. Tries to find Rodman. The ball had just gone out of play, and Scunthorpe will have a throw. 15 minutes to go. BBC Radio Shropshire on the promotion trail with Shrewsbury Town, who lead here at Scunthorpe by 2-1 on this chilly northeast Lincolnshire afternoon. The snow has disappeared, thankfully, for the time being, and as the second half has developed, most of the snow has disappeared off the pitch. Still pockets of it of snow remain as Sadler wins a good header on halfway. Worley nods it forward, looking for Morris. Ball bouncing around on halfway. There's Big Beckles, knocks it forward. Payne gives chase, and McCardle very coolly nods it back to his goalkeeper Gilks, who rolls it out to Wallace, the left back. Scunthorpe deep inside their own half, forward to Funzo Ojo. Ojo turns and has to go back to McCardle. who's another one of the players who's been booked in this game. Long ball forward. Bournemouth have equalised against West Brom. 1-1. Jordan Ibe, the equaliser. Good strength from Payne here. No, the decision goes against him. Payne for the challenge on Yates. And it will be a Scunthorpe United free kick, which McCardle takes quickly. Well taken down by Hopper. Looking for Wallace. Great challenge from Worley there on the right-hand side. Slid in and won it forcefully and fairly. He looks for the long ball forward to Morris. There's Worley again with another important little challenge. And Scunthorpe will have a throw. The attendance is going to be passed along the line imminently. I can see here it comes, Mark, on the headed Scunthorpe United note paper. 3,824. 3,824 the attendance at Glanford Park. Haven't been given a separate figure for the away fans, have we, today, which we often do get at football matches, but just under 4,000 at Glanford Park. Tony's going off. Town fans enjoy that as they wave him on his way. So Ivan Toney, who gave away the penalty, which Payne has stuck away to make it 2-1 to the Town, and Kyle Wootton coming on for these final 13 minutes.
Yeah, he's given away a penalty. He's been booked. He tried to take over the taking of a penalty, which seemed to put Morris off, who then missed it. He's not contributed an awful lot positively to his team.
He won the penalty, I suppose.
He did win the penalty, yes, he did. Yeah.
He's gone off now with 13 minutes to play. You can understand his frustration. I'm sure he'd love to, albeit a lone club, you always want to do well against a former club, don't you, Ivan Toney? And you look at it, in a couple of games for Wigan, Town got 4 points against Wigan when Toney was on loan there earlier in the season, and Town are now 2-1 up here against Toney's current club, Scunthorpe United. 12 minutes to go. BBC Shropshire willing Town over the line for another big result in their season. Still a lot of football still to be played. Ball is out of play on this near side for a Town throw. Rodman will leave it for Beckles to take. The verdict, remember, to follow live from Glanford Park between 5 and 6. Give Mark a call, keep him company in these on this chilly afternoon. 01743 248 321. Send your text messages in 81333 81333. Begin your messages with the word Shrop as Rodman puts pressure on Clark here and forces a Town throw near the corner flag as Town attack. Lots to talk about on the verdict. Today's game, of course, tributes to Ken Mulhern.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your memories and stories of Ken Mulhern as well. We will have a look back at his life again on the verdict, but yeah, thoughts on the game, on the promotion race, but also we'll extend it a little bit wider to that as well.
Here's Hendry on the edge of the box, finds Rodman. Rodman tries to bend it to the far corner, but too close to Gilks, and it's a comfortable save in the end for the Scunthorpe goalkeeper. Just over 10 minutes to play. Town 2-1 up. Beckles with wins an uncontested header on halfway. Clark for Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe manager Graham Alexander has made all 3 of his changes now, so he can't do anything else to affect the game. Is that a foul on Carlton Morris? Yes, it is. McCardle went right through the back of the Town centre forward. Seems a long time ago now, doesn't it, that Morris gave that penalty away just before half-time that Josh Morris had saved by Henderson. That would have made it 2-0 to Scunthorpe. I said at the time he's at a turning point.
Yeah.
It has been, clearly.
It's been, and aside from that, Morris has played well. It was a clear penalty that he gave away, but beyond that, his hold-up play has been exceptional. Again, in difficult conditions, and that's been really important to get Town up the pitch. And yeah, he gives a lot to the team that isn't necessarily recorded in statistics.
Here's Rodman for Town, left-hand side, gives it to Beckles. Tries to give it back to Rodman. Challenge comes in from Clark, but this is happening at the right end of the field, isn't it, from a Town point of view? Into the last 10 minutes, Town throw, 25 yards from the Scunthorpe goal. Town playing towards the terraced end of Glanford Park, for those of you who have been here down the years. Nolan, great run. Oh, that's an awful challenge from Clark, and Nolan's hurt. Felt that from here, Mark. He was just too quick for him, too skillful for him.
He was, and he caught a knee right in the thigh, right in the quadricep, and he'll be okay. He'll be able to run that off, but yeah, it was a clear foul, and I'm surprised that the referee, who's been pretty quick with his cards today, hasn't shown another one in the direction of Clark.
It was really clumsy, more than malicious then, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, super play from Nolan again then for Shrewsbury Town. Town free kick then, left-hand side of the box. Whalley will take it. They'd love a third goal here, wouldn't they, the Town? Give them a bit of room for manoeuvre. Whalley takes his free kick towards the far post. Enciala's in there, keeps the ball alive, keeper punches away. A Go-Go smashed it against the top of the bar. A Go-Go's volley, and it's come off a Scunthorpe player last because he's given a corner. A Go-Go's volley must have taken a touch en route to the top of the bar and has gone over for another corner.
Yeah, it was half blocked on the way through and clipped the top of the bar. Abu Go-Go in the penalty area. He's a real menace at the moment. A couple of times he popped up in the first half and almost got on the end of things, and a couple of goals have turned him into a different player. All of a sudden, he's Frank Lampard. It's unbelievable.
Town have a corner here, which Whalley will take. 8 minutes to go, Town 2-1 up. They've sent plenty of men forward for this corner kick. Whalley with it. It's an awkward one. Makes its way towards the far post. Scunthorpe clear. A Go-Go can keep the pressure on here. Tries the overhead kick. Doesn't quite come off for him. And now Scunthorpe attack. Well won back. Nolan and Morris getting each other's way. Never mind, because Morris quickly takes command of the situation and scoops the ball towards Rodman, who does terrifically well. Rodman on the left-hand side. Challenge comes in from Yates. And Town have a throw. Yates claps his hands as to try and gee up his Scunthorpe teammates for one last big effort here. But Shrewsbury playing this really well at the moment, their game management. They're on the front foot, 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, they're in the right area of the pitch and have been for some time, and it is outstanding game management from Shrewsbury Town, and again, they've made this their speciality.
Beckles giving the ball back by Rodman. Scunthorpe clear up towards the fresh legs of Kyle Wootton. Holds off Sadler. Scunthorpe fans thought that Sadler was holding the striker. Stoke 1, Everton 2 in the top division. So Everton in front in the Pottries as Enciala wins the ball well off Hopper. Sadler clips the ball over halfway. Town hunting impact, scored a tackle, that is from Nolan, but it's been deemed to be a foul by Nolan. I think the ball was there to be won there, and I think he did win it. Nolan. It's going to be a Scunthorpe free kick in the centre circle. Who's your man of the match, Mark?
John Nolan, I think, has been absolutely outstanding, and he has to get it because the two big moments of the game for Shrewsbury Town have revolved around him. One beautifully taken goal, good 1-2 with Morris on the edge of the box, and a really well taken finish. Then he won the penalty for the second. He has been the man around which the decisive moments have revolved, but a few candidates as well. Carlton Morris, I know he gave away a penalty but has played well. A Go-Go's been excellent as well. Plenty of candidates, but Nolan edges it.
Scunthorpe free kick headed into the box. Here's Clark for Scunthorpe out of the box, looks for Adelican. Beckles will win that race, and very sensibly Beckles will just let the ball run behind, and that will be a goal kick. And the Scunthorpe fans, you could just hear their disapproval, and we've been there, haven't we, with Shrewsbury Town not that long ago, when you're a home supporter and you're coming to games and you're watching your team continually struggle for results. It is frustrating, and this will be 6 home games without a win if Scunthorpe don't produce something special in these last 5 minutes here.
And in the live table, only 3 points clear of 7th, so they are in danger of running out of form at the wrong time of the season and missing out, a bit like Bradford seem to have done.
They're at home again as well next weekend, I see, from the posters around the ground. Rochdale come here. But here comes Scunthorpe now with the Delican down the right. Challenge comes in from Beckles. 5 minutes to go here on BBC Shropshire. Scunthorpe 1, Town 2. Nolan and then paid from the penalty spot. Here's a Delican near the corner flag. Rodman standing his ground. Ball has gone out for a corner kick for Scunthorpe, and Josh Morris, who's played well for Scunthorpe. Yes, I know he had the penalty save, but he has played well, and he will take this corner kick for Scunthorpe directly in front of the away end with just over 4 minutes to play. The Iron hunting an equaliser. Northampton 0, Rotherham 3 now. Richie Towell for the Millers against the Cobblers. Town, remember, go to Northampton on Tuesday night. This coming Tuesday night, full coverage on BBC Shropshire if you are unable to make it to Northampton. Morris with this corner kick towards the far post. Henderson comes, great catch from the goalkeeper to alleviate all the pressure.
Yeah, really good from Henderson, who has recovered brilliantly well from that early mistake with the goal, saved a penalty, and has more than contributed to his side leading as we go into the latter stages of this game.
Morris for Scunthorpe, midway inside the Town half, left-hand side. Town win it back though. Their work rate phenomenal again. In difficult conditions here. This is the best part of the day weather-wise. Thankfully no snow, and the sun is trying to come out. Still cold, of course it is.
The wind's gone though, it doesn't half help.
Yeah. Here comes a change. Carlton Morris is making way for Liddell John Lewis here. With 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play. Tell the electronic scoreboard away to our right, where the Town fans are enjoying their afternoon out in northeast Lincolnshire. A sat. Morris coming off then. Well, I say sat, not many of them are sat. They're standing up and they're bouncing on the spot to keep warm, and also in excitement at what is unravelling before their very eyes here. Scunthorpe 1, Town 2. And Town are 3 minutes away from making it 5 away wins on the bounce in the Football League. That hasn't happened. That hasn't happened. You know what I'm trying to say. It hasn't happened very often over the years. No. I got there in the end, Mark.
It hasn't. In fact, Lewis Cox from the Shropshire Star, I think, was telling me it's never happened, or hasn't happened for. I'll try and get that stat off him towards the end of the programme. But it's a remarkable achievement. What I would say is that if they can close this one out, I think it's the best of the lot in the context, in the circumstances, in the conditions. With the way Scunthorpe started to come here and win, I can't remember a better away win, and that's quite something given there have been some really good ones this season.
They're not there yet though, still 3 minutes to play. Scunthorpe are going to give it one final hurrah, you sense. Payne on the ball for the Town. His penalty, the difference between these sides at the moment with Town 2-1 up. Well done here by Hendry on halfway, finds Worley. Worley tries to lift it forward. Worley battling with Wallace. Free kick Scunthorpe. The referee has had a good game in difficult conditions. It's been a challenging game to take charge of. Scunthorpe with this long free kick, headed down by Wootton, cleared by Beckles. We're into the final 2 minutes here at Glanford Park. I don't think we've had the physio on, have we, in this second half? As Nolan lifts it forward, the man of the match. The equaliser, and then he won the penalty that Payne gleefully dispatched. Scunthorpe throw in the right back position. Town fans making all the noise. Some of the Scunthorpe fans heading for the exits. McCardle plays it back to his goalkeeper. Gilks gets the ball out of his feet. Knocks it long, right-footed. There's Nolan to win it back so skillfully in the centre circle. Little interception. And Town on their way again. Nolan, first time ball turned forward towards John Lewis. John Lewis occupying Burgess, and Town win it back again. Here's Worley direct running, finds John Lewis on the right hand side in the final minute here, and sensibly he'll just put his foot on the ball, try and shield it towards the corner flag. Ball is played out off the Town sub, but it's a Scunthorpe United throw right next to the corner flag. Here comes the snow again, not as heavy as it was falling either side of half time. Town win it back again. John Lewis in the penalty area, ball just gets away from him. Lovely touch from Medenica, and here's Scunthorpe's chance to bomb forward with Clark over halfway. Cuts inside the challenge of Rodman, well won by a go-go. And Town win it back, and now there's possibilities. John Lewis finds Nolan, lovely first time ball. Payne caught a little bit on his heels there, but Scunthorpe clear into touch. Town throw, Bournemouth 2, West Brom 1. Junior Stanislaus. Late free kick helping, remember, we're 1-0 up there until the closing stages. Down there, 2-1 down. 15 seconds to go here. 2-1 Town. Beckles with this throw down the line. Runs away from a teammate, goes behind, Scunthorpe goal kick, and it's all eyes now on the fourth official to see how much added on time we will have here. 4 minutes. 4 minutes of added on time. I was hoping for no more than 3.
I love the fact that Linnell John Lewis has basically become a specialist in holding the ball up in corners. He comes on, that's his job. He holds the ball up in corners. That takes football specialism to a new level, doesn't it?
Here's Nolan. Ball gets away from him this time. Scunthorpe throw. Stoppage time at Glanford Park. Town 2-1 up. Shove from Wootton. on Beccles. I'm glad we haven't got much time to go, actually, Mark, for many reasons.
The snow's coming down again.
It's falling quite heavily again, isn't it, all of a sudden? Really is swirling around Glanford Park. Plymouth 3, Bristol Rovers 2.
I hope the Gritters have been out.
Hope so.
In Lincolnshire.
Yeah, let's hope so. Graham Carey with a late goal for the Pilgrims, 3-2 now. Plymouth lead as the snow falls directly into our faces. Once again, Town free kick. Henderson will take it. His penalty save on the stroke of half-time. A defining moment in this League One football match, of that there is no doubt. Henderson comes out a long way and takes this free kick. Up towards Payne, who's beaten in the air by Yates. Wootton for Scunthorpe, turns. Plays it infield. Yates for Scunthorpe, tries to square ball. Town win it back. Here's Nolan. So good with the ball at his feet once again. Just slows it down to walking pace. Stoppage time at Glanford Park. Town are 2-1 up. Scunthorpe look long over halfway. Enciala should take command of the situation here. Wisely decides not to play it back to his goalkeeper. Looks for John Lewis instead. And now Rodman for Town. England 15, Ireland 24 is a full time in the rugby. So good day for the Irish. As the ball gets away from John Lewis. Scunthorpe with a throw. 10 yards from their own corner flag. Town are almost there. 2 minutes more of added on time still to be played. Ojo for Scunthorpe. Plays it to the left back. Wallace. Scunthorpe now look for Morris, just inside their own half. Morris, who gave Scunthorpe that early lead with that free kick from outside the box. Scunthorpe attack. Look to get Morris in around the back, and Town break up play again. Town working so hard, and magnificent again from John Nolan to win Shrewsbury Town a free kick. He has been absolutely outstanding today.
Yeah, I think he's been the best player on the pitch by a country mile, and the way he's been able to retain the ball in such difficult conditions. Well, they question, don't they, whether good players can do it on wet, windy nights in such a place on a Tuesday. Well, John Nolan can do it in the snow in Scunthorpe, which gives him an advantage.
Can he ever? Town 2-1 up, they're almost there. This result would take them to within 2 points of Blackburn, with a game in hand on Tony Mowbray's side. Above Wigan Athletic, who played their FA Cup quarter-final with Southampton at Wigan tomorrow. Good luck to Wigan.
Oh yeah, stay in it, absolutely. Yeah, keep the fixtures coming for Wigan.
Representing League One as well, aren't they? Very well.
Who cares? Just get them more games.
Town throw near the corner flag as they attack. John Lewis, has he held the ball up? Yes, he has. Has he won a corner? Not quite. Ball has gone out of play, and it will be a goal kick. No, it will be a Town corner. So John Lewis doing his job well there for the Town. And there's almost a mass exodus now of Scunthorpe supporters, isn't there? From around us in the main stand. And those Town fans partying in the snow in Scunthorpe, because Town are 2-1 up, and they are almost there for a fifth successive away victory. Town just holding the ball up in the corner. Worley does well, tries to win Town another corner. Great game management shown again here by Paul Hurst's high flyers. Town just running down the clock. Frustrating for Scunthorpe, and it's all over. What a win for Shrewsbury Town at Glanford Park.